Hi guys, it's Jason again. Thanks for watching the video. But this is kind of gonna get a little bit ranty, rambly, so if you don't want to watch it, you don't have to. But this is what I think about the Rick and Morty's Mad Libs. Now, it says world's greatest game, and we all know Mad Libs is not by far the world's greatest game. It is a game for kids to teach them vocabulary. It teaches you what nouns are, adjectives, adverbs. So you're probably wondering, why would they market Rick and Morty this? Well, as you can see, I got some gunk on it, some crud all over Rick's eyes. Screw you, Rick. Well, not screw. I like Rick and Morty. Don't get me wrong. I tend to like watching Adult Swim shows, and Rick and Morty, not the worst one I've seen on there, but this is kind of really bad, really ridiculous. Start off, you think, oh, Rick and Morty Mad Libs, it's gonna be bigger. Well, as we'll see here, yes, it is bigger. The words are bigger, but there's not more words here. It's about the same as a small Mad Libs book. So again, they're charging you for an oversized book, which is kind of messed up. But that's just to start out with. Okay, so as you can see from the example on the back, hurry, Morty, grab those plumbuses and meet me in the Glaga dimension. It's time to get rickety, rackety, squatched on another swifty adventure. Okay, this isn't going to be edgy or cool. This is just going to be a bunch of references thrown in for the sake of references. And again, a Mad Libs, the best way, I won't lie, the best way to play Mad Libs is to put a bunch of curse words in there because that's funny. It makes it funny. It makes the story funny. But that's kind of where this kind of drops the ball because this is adult content, Adult Swim. This is content made for adults. This is like if you made like a Predator or a Terminator Mad Libs. You know what I mean? It's already marketed to the wrong people. And as you can see, Pickle Rick on the back, that has been over marketed like crazy. This is just a bunch of marketing vomit. Basically. As you can see with most Mad Libs, there's an example, there's how to play, there's an example page, there's the instructions, like every Mad Libs I've had since I was 12. But then there's this, the review page. Review page? You mean Rick and Morty fans aren't smart enough to know what a noun is? A verb? These are the people with the super high IQ. Look, there's a picture of you, high IQ Rick and Morty fans, right there. This is what they think of you. Well, at least what Mad Libs thinks of you, and Adult Swim, because they let this be made. You know, they think you're dumb, and we'll buy this. I didn't buy this. This was a gift. I'll honestly admit, this is a gift. People know I like Rick and Morty, and they know I like Adult Swim, and they know I like Mad Libs, and we've had some fun times playing some fun Mad Libs. Like I said, putting curse word in Mad Libs is really funny because the stories aren't made to have curses in it. They're like, the dog walks down the street, or the cat walks down the street, or in this circumstance, it's a bunch of references to the Rick and Morty show, and that's about it. Again, I know Rick and Morty fans love references to the show, and that is filled with them here. But as far as Mad Lib content, there's not much. It's about what you would get as a normal Mad Libs. And I really think the problem with both the Mad Libs and Adult Swim nowadays is quality. The overall quality has gone down. Marketing mainly is really bad nowadays. They don't want to make money. They want to make more money. Like, why else would they advertise a child's game to adults? Because those adults never grew up, and they're still buying this. They probably bought this. They couldn't make their own. Oh, they can make their own because, as we see here, when you download the app, you can make your own Mad Libs. And that's the other thing. I think Mad Libs, they used to have writers that would write these things and have to creatively come up with like an empty paragraph basically, and have kids be able to fill it with funny words and stuff to make it funny. But now they don't have to do that. They can just make an app, have you download the app, have you make a Mad Lib, and then steal it from you because now it's theirs. You made it on their Mad Lib app, so it's theirs. It's messed up. It's like, come on, Mad Libs, hire writers again. I mean, you don't have to be writers of the Rick and Morty show, but it could be fans of Rick and Morty. You could have hired them. I know I'm definitely a writer looking for work, and I'm not saying I would have been a great on this. I would have done amazing, but I could have done better. I could have easily done better. And that's the kind of thing nowadays. They want to cut out people like me from jobs and stuff. And this is how they do it. Simple as that. Just get an app and let the kids make their own. And the cardboard, that's another thing I don't like about this whole book is there's a cover on it. I mean, I guess it's already making worth because I got a cover all nasty and cruddy, but really, there's no excuse to cover a back piece of cardboard. You know what I mean? There's no reason to do it. There's no reason for this covering. There's no reason to make this book as big as they did. This is just marketing gone astray. Like why? Why would anyone think this was a good idea? Like I'm sure kids would buy this. They say Rick and Morty. They're like, oh, I like Rick and Morty. I watch my Adult Swim. And my parents let me watch Adult Swim, and I shouldn't be watching Adult Swim, but guess what? I am. Like that's the problem with society nowadays. It's like we want to be PC, but then again, we're driving. We're making things that aren't PC in order to market them, which is wrong. Like feminism can be put into like a story, and that not make the story suck. It could be a really good story about a woman who's strong and independent and knows what she's doing, you know what I mean, and doesn't need a man or any of that stuff, you know what I mean? You could make a story like that and it's good. We haven't seen any because guess what? They make crappy stories with unbelievable plots. Like how am I supposed to believe a woman could be strong and powerful like Wonder Woman 1984 with she's raping men technically, you know what I mean? That's cool. Yes, she did rape a man technically because her dead boyfriend spirit went into somebody else's body and they were using it and she had sex with him at one point in the movie. So yes, they had sex with a man without his consent. That's rape. But of course, it's okay when it's a dude. You know what I mean? If that was a woman, oh my god, everyone and their brother would have been pissed off about that shit. But the fact that it was just some white dude, who cares? Who cares? You know. Again, that's the problem. A good feminist story like Mulan shouldn't be ruined with bad writing. Like, how do you ruin Mulan? Easy. You take out the only character that converted to feminism in the book and replace him with a weaker character who has no real impact on the story because Mulan must have every impact on the story. You know what I mean? Misguided. It's very misguided and wrong. Like, do you think the sexists are actually if you really think the sexists are brainwashing people to be sexist, all right, then why not adapt to their techniques and start brainwashing people to be feminist? You know what I mean? I don't understand. You just blatantly saying this is feminist and that's why you'll hate it. No, it's because it's a bad story and you didn't think very hard on the story. Maybe because you just shouldn't be in the position you're in because you're a woman. I'm sure there's another lady out there who could have easily done your job, a black lady or whatever, who is good at writing, who deserved the position, who actually has the recommendations to go out there and write Mad Libs. You know what I mean? There's people out there. Just because they're men, you're not going to want to hire them. But it's like, who cares? It's about the message. Who cares who's delivering the message? It's all about the message. It should be about the message, but it's not. It's about making money. That's what it comes down to. That's what people need to understand. Feminism is in marketing for to make the world more feminist. By far, that it. In fact, it doesn't want to even do that. It just wants to make more money. It wants to make money off of people who want things to be more feminism. Is what it comes down to. And this is a prime example of not understanding your audience. This is what companies do. They take their employees and they take their customers and they pit them against each other like it's some kind of fight. Like why do I have to fight customers? I shouldn't have to fight customers. I should have to, pander to them to make them want to come back. That should be the whole point. You want to pander to these people. You want to pander to sexists and racists because they will buy your crap. If you don't want to pander to them, pander to the feminists, make it good. Make them want to come back, not just agree with the message and blindly follow something for the message. You know, it's wrong. It's super wrong, and it's going everywhere with marketing. Everywhere. Like, look, this is Adult Swim and Mad Libs. Like, who could have thought two things like go so wrong marketing? Like, I could not believe it. But this is not uncommon, you know. Like Rick and Morty is marketed everywhere. I see them on pipes. I see them on water pipes. I see them on everything. Oh, this Rick and Morty cigarette, for Christ's sakes. You know what I mean? Like, it's the kind of it's blatant. They don't care. They want to put as much nostalgia in your face as possible and sell it to you. And so this right here is sick. I feel bad for even the cover art, because the cover art is probably the best part of this book. It's probably the only reason why I'll rate it. Okay, this is my rating, 4 out of 10, because the cover art. Although the cover art is cool enough, and someone went through time and effort to draw it. I hope, and it wasn't just fucking. It wasn't just. I'm sorry. Excuse my language. It wasn't just um uh how should you say, copied from some or other artwork. Let's hope it's not some poster, something I have no idea about. That would be very. That would diminish the score probably to 2 out of 4. Again, I know my Mad Libs, so I these paragraphs all look very similar. I was expecting an edgy, you know, cooler Mad Libs, you know, one not made for kids, not one that you would see at the Scholastic Book Fair. But I'm disappointed because that is not this. This is this is just terrible. And I feel bad, really. I don't know why I feel bad. I shouldn't feel bad being a customer who wants to like your product but can't, physically can't like your product. I can't like this. It's like the Szechuan sauce at McDonald's. I'm sure it was great, you know what I mean? But I can't like it because all the hype and all the people looking out there to buy this crap, like, this is pure crap. Pure. I've seen some bad Mad Libs before. Don't get me wrong. Mad Libs probably have always needed good writers, because I've read some snooze fests in these Mad Libs, but this is just typical Mad Libs. I feel like someone out there has the app and is humorously making Mad Libs, like specifically exactly like they have them written, which is, like I said, I would be surprised if a robot made this stuff. You know what I mean? Like, come on, Christian Kant. Like, come on. Did you really write these? Did you just go off of the app and find a bunch of fans who made their own technical Rick and Morty Mad Lib? You know what I mean? There's nothing crazy about this. There's nothing amazing. It's just a normal Mad Libs with an abnormal subject matter. Again, Mad Libs should be for kids, to help kids learn how to read, not for adults, not for 30, 40-year-old adults who have nothing better to do with their time but play games. You know what I mean? Like, it's sad. It's a sad day when a career could be summed up as dungeon master. I have a career as a dungeon master. That's a very sad day. You know what I mean? Like, we are spending, as millennials, we are spending our money on the wrong things, or else they're making us spend our money on the wrong things. Like this, a pure trick cash grab. Like, look, this is cardboard back here. It doesn't need a cover. You could have just printed this on this. I don't understand why have a front cover if you're not gonna cover anything. Stupid. I can understand why the cardboard's there. You need something to write on, especially if you're sitting. This is sitting in your lap, which it more than likely is. This isn't gonna be played at the table, unless, I mean, you're playing another board game while you play it. Honestly, 4 out of 10. Rick and Morty Mad Libs. I'm done. I feel like the world's done, and it's only a matter of time before these marketers ruin everything out there, every piece of nostalgia, everything. I don't even want to, as a creator who writes, I don't even want to write new stories and stuff, because, like, what if it blows up and this happens to it? It becomes a footnote in the Mad Libs crazy world, you know? Like, why? Why adults? I'm a millennial asking you, why should I get up and do anything when this is the future? You know, this is the future of America right here. Everything processed, everything totally ruined with marketing and politics. You know what I mean? Like, why? Why should I try? That's my question to you people. Have a nice day.